Last year, I spoke about Jake Lang. Jake Lang spent 4 years in federal prison after he beat a police officer with a baseball bat on the steps of the Capitol during January 6th, and now recently he has taken it upon himself to instigate and provoke and harass Muslims around places like Dearborn, Michigan, by doing things such as trying to interrupt their prayer, offering them bacon, or beating the Quran with bacon as well. Well, tomorrow on January 17th at 1 p.m., he will be marching upon Minneapolis City Hall, where he intends to set fire to multiple Qurans on the City Hall steps. I personally recommend staying away from all of this. Now, if you're a Christian and you're watching this, then you have every reason to call out this type of behavior, because he claims that he's doing it to fight for Christianity, to protect Christianity from outside foes. But that's not what he's doing. He's using Christianity to justify his ignorance and potential provocation and violence towards minorities, something that he should be taking accountability for, but he's justifying it by claiming that he is divinely inclined to do so. The other thing that I want to say is that if you understand how these groups operate and what they're looking for, typically the best thing to do is to stay away from them, because they are looking for a fight. They are looking for a reason to lash out against someone. So in general, I would stay away and avoid them, and do not give them any reaction if they try to instigate you. And even if you interact with these people and you carry yourself well, if they record it, they can still frame you however they want to frame you, and that's something that you don't want to take as a risk. It's also important to note that groups like these, or similar to these, like the Proud Boys, the anti-gay group that is named after the Aladdin musical song written by openly gay man Howard Ashman, are often looking for a fight because it's part of their initiation process. Like, the initiation process for Proud Boys is in 4 steps. The first 2 being 1, declaring yourself as a chauvinist, and then 2, receiving punches until you can name 5 different breakfast cereals or name certain types of pop culture trivia.
Proud Boy.
I am a Proud Boy.
All right. I am a Western chauvinist.
I am a Western chauvinist.
And I refuse to apologize
And I refuse to apologize
for creating the modern world.
for creating a modern world.
Gentlemen, 3, 2, 1.
Great nuts. One. Cheerios. 2. Frosted Flakes. 3. Cocoa Puffs. 4. I like it. 5.
By the way, when he goes to the ground, you're allowed to elbow.
Right, so the third step is to get a tattoo and to agree to not do certain things to yourself as often as you usually might do, and then the fourth step is for you to get into a fight for the cause, whatever that happens to be. And remember that people who gravitate towards Christian nationalism, and white supremacy in general gravitate towards those movements because they lack things to be proud of, and they have in general just a sense of insecurity. Because if you don't have any accomplishments, then what do? You turn to the things that you didn't accomplish in order to be proud of them. And for some people, that is simply their race, something that they didn't earn or choose. So if the group goes out and does something and receives negative attention, this can result in 2 different things. 1, they can feel validated because they're being seen for the first time when in the past they were simply invisible. But also 2, they can receive negative attention that can hurt, and then their community can shield them and form this sort of trauma bond where they tell them, you know what you're doing the right thing, they don't understand you. And if they receive positive attention, well, it also feels good because there's a sense of validation. But the important thing to remember is that if the initiation process requires them to experience a fight of any kind, then they are actively going to seek that out. They are actively going to try to provoke people in order to get into a fight for the cause. Again, whatever that happens to be. Understanding people like Jake Lang, who is operating under the brand of Christianity, which has a persecution complex, if you give him anything to react to, or if you give in to his instigation, that gives him more fuel for his cause because he can claim martyrdom. That is what he's actively looking for, and that's something that he shouldn't receive. So in general, it's best to just stay away.